Everyone is welcome here, it's time to make new friends. Aquavide Uskava, fill your Glencairn. Share a dram with the spirit of Edmonton.
Sláinte, and welcome Whiskey Brothers, Whiskey Sisters, and Whiskey Friends, and welcome to episode 63 of the Canadian Whisky Journey's Whiskey Review. I'm Dolph, I'm your host tonight, but I'm also the creator of the Canadian Whisky Journey, President Alberta Scotch Society. Really happy to be here tonight. That's why I am. And what we're doing is we're continuing our Canadian Whisky Journey with this whiskey right here. You see that? And I won this whiskey. Well, I didn't really win it. I bid on this whiskey during the Drams for Fams silent auction 2 weeks ago, and I was lucky enough to get it. So this is, again, Strathcona Spirits Distillery, Ahoy, rum soak whiskey. I don't know why it's soak as opposed to soaked, but there it is. It's rum soak whiskey. That's what it is right there. And what this is an 85% rye, 15% red wheat whiskey. And this is the 6th release of Dreamland Whiskey's limited batch series. So, and it's a 4.5-year-old, 4.5-year-old. But if you look online, there's a little discrepancy. Some say 4, some say 4.5. But what it does say is it spent its first 3 years in virgin oak quarter casks. And then it was finished. And for what they call, this is the quote, their extra juicy, funkadelic, high hogo Jamaican rum cask for another 1.5 years. So the math teacher in me is thinking 3 and 1.5 is 4.5. So I'm going to stick with the 4.5 and not the 4. So, and they do say juicy. So I'm thinking juicy probably refers to a sopping wet cask, or and they also mention online having a splash of funky single origin Jamaican rum. So I believe the 111 rules in full swing here, and that could be a good thing. Don't take that wrong. 0.999 whatever, but the 111 rule, it's a fantastic thing. Gives us lots of flexibility to do a lot of things here in Canada. We like it. And if you're wondering, so 6th release, I'll go through the other ones. Dreamland Prairie Whiskey 2020 sold out. Oloroso Dreamland Whiskey 2021 sold out. Tawny Port, but it's Tawny Dreamland Whiskey 2021 sold out. Dreamland Straight Whiskey 2021 sold out, but there might be some hanging around there because I'm thinking I saw some at Wine and Beyond. Can't remember which one though. And then Pedro's Dreamland, and Pedro was last week. So there's Pedro right there. So we have a healthy little drink out of there this week. It was pretty well over the past 2 weeks. Enjoyed it, and this one's number 6. And I think it was released in 2022 December. Now the other one, Pedro, was November. I don't think they did them both at the same time. I think this one came after. So I'm thinking December, but it's wholly possible it came out in November. The date really escapes me. But what does not escape me, what I do know, is that the percentage on this one is 44.44%. And again, I believe it to be non-chill filtered, naturally colored, but I still do wonder about the percentage. Now, Pedro here was 46.66. 46.66. This one, 44.44. And I'm wondering if that is just the exact, so exact perfect spot for this whiskey, or it's an Easter egg and it means something to somebody that I still don't know. So it could be that. 750 mils, $79.50 if you buy it there, or possibly at Wine and Beyond, but I'm not sure which one or where. So why don't you just go directly to the distillery in Old Strathcona? That's what you should do. Go there, buy it there, and enjoy it, have fun, and let's start nosing this bad boy. And so at first we're hitting caramel, vanilla. Maybe it goes back to caramel from vanilla. No, more caramel. Okay. Like a sour cherry or something. It's fruity, a hint of a sour note, but not. it might just be kind of minty and sherry at the same time. Okay, let's stick with that. Let's stick the caramel, vanilla, the sour cherry, and you're not getting the traditional rye nose. You're not getting the white pepper. You're not getting the spicy clove. You're not getting that as much. It's more flowery, slightly fruity, but definitely sweet. The sweet comes out more than anything else on this one for me on the nose. All right, so that's the first one. I'm going to have another because my first flavor is not what I expected. I'm going to try that again. Yeah, this has changed from before. I tried this probably half an hour ago, maybe an hour ago. I'm getting anise. Star of anise is the first flavor on this. And maybe a bit of lavender. So star of anise and lavender. Yeah, I'm sticking with star of anise. That's it. The lavender I might be going back and forth on. All right. So if you're a home brewer or you're a distiller, you'll know what I mean. When you're home brewing, you take the grains that you're brewing with that day, you pop it in, you crunch it up. What this tastes like is when I brewed a rye beer. So it was a rye peated beer. It was fantastic. But this tastes like the malted rye that was crunched up, but then popping in a caramel candy, the little square caramel candies that you got, the Kraft little caramel squares at Halloween when I was a kid. So it's like I'm crunching on that, but followed it up with the caramel because I get the flavor. I get the rye up front, and the anise, I'm going with that. Just followed by all sweet. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's lavender or a different type of flower. It's aromatic though. It's very good. So, liking that, let's go to the finish. I'm sitting now thinking it's medium short finish. Yeah, medium short. Medium short ends abruptly with spice. Yep, medium short, sweet, spice. Well, first I get the anise, blends into sweet, then spice at the end, and it kind of ends there. All right, so what you should do is if you love these Dreamland whiskeys, all of them, the Pedro, which is fantastic, and right here, the rum, Ahoy. If you're into the Dreamland whiskeys, you have to continually collect them. You just have to because that's a thing. But if you're starting off with it, the Ahoy, the rum one, is a great one to start off with because it's unique. Yeah. Well, my wife said if you like rum, but I don't know if that's a thing. I think you just like sweet. If you're okay with sweet and a little bit of vanilla on the nose, and you probably do if you've had bourbon cask at any point in time, I think you're going to like this. So slap down the $79.50 plus tax, go directly to the distillery and do it there because it's better than anywhere else. They get more of a cut. Get to know the people there. Get a taster of whatever's left over because maybe they have some Pedro left over and you can have some of that. And you should all have a fantastic night. Thank you to those that came in tonight. Thank you to those that are going to watch me in the future. Have one fantastic dram after the other. Ooh, maybe too much already. Like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Ciao. Cheers. Slide check.